Hello everyone, welcome to the third part of building YouTube extension. We will be resuming the coding part where we have already left off. If you have not seen that, then do check that out. Its link is given in the description. GitHub link for the entire code is also present in the description. You can also submit your projects to me. Top projects will get featured on our channel. Guys, making videos like this takes a lot of effort, so do hit the like button and subscribe our channel. Now let's get back to the code. So we have left off after making popup.html and basic functionalities. Now add some more functionalities to it. So first of all, we will add on installed. So whenever the Chrome extension will be installed, this function will get executed. So we are just storing in the local storage of the browser that YouTube state and its value is 1. So what is YouTube state? So basically we had three states. Remember, super focused, focused and normal. So we are taking normal as 1, super focused as 3 and focused as 2. Okay, now we will be adding a listener to web navigation. So what is web navigation? Whenever user surf the internet, that is called web navigation. So whenever user stops and the DOM get loaded, so this listener will get executed whatever function in that. So we are passing function as a named function in the callback of this listener. So in that function we will be sending a page, we will be executing page message function. So what send page message will do? So it will send message to content script that hey, I am on youtube.com, kindly take the further action. Now content script will decide how to take the action and on what parameters do we want to take the actions. So we are passing, so this function will only executed when the URL matches this regex. So what is the regex? So https www.youtube.com/* means the whole YouTube domain, right? Okay, now we want to add another listener on web navigation, that history update. So basically what happens, Chrome navigation, web navigation on DOM content loaded executes when you surf from different site to youtube.com or refreshes the page. But what if you click a button and the view of the page changes? So in that case only history of the page get updated. So you need to surfing within the youtube.com, you need to add this function on history state updated. Okay, so whenever the URL within the youtube.com will change, this function will get executed. Now let's define send page message. So what it will have details as a parameter, and then if details, so if there is no details, then we will just return back. So otherwise we will derive the URL from it. Okay, so all the web navigation listeners pass the details, like having all the details like which is the URL and what is the current state of page. So these are the parameters that are being passed in as a details. So we are passing the same details to the send page message and we will be using that. So if details.url is equals to simply youtube.com, means we are on the home page. So what we will do, we will first of all query all the tabs that hey, whether it is active or not and current window is true or not. Then we will execute this function that which will take tabs as a parameter and it will send a message. So where it will send the message? It will send the message to that tab, and on that tab we will add a content script listener which will accept that message. And guys, you can comment your doubts if you have any in the comment section. Okay, so we are passing chrome tabs.send message, so tabs.id, so we will take the first tab which is active and in the current window, then we will pass that hey, you are on the main page, so it will take action according to main page. If otherwise, so how the video page starts, so the prefix of the video page or video page URL starts with like youtube.com/watch, and after that it can have the video ID or something like that. So we will just send the same message but with different value that hey, we are on video page. Otherwise we can have other pages on YouTube, so it will send message that hey, we are on other page. Okay, so these three are the message types. Now depending upon the message, we will define the listeners in the content script. Now let's add a function storage changer. Its function will be to like track the changes in the state that we are saving in the local storage. Okay, so we are saving like YouTube state as 1, 2 or 3. So whenever the state gets changed due to any reason, so this function will get executed. Okay, so it have parameters as items and area name. So area names can be like local storage or something else. Then YouTube state we will derive from items, then check like whether the new value of the YouTube state exists, and then if the new value of the YouTube state exists, then we will query all the tabs matching the url.com, and active is true and current window is also true. So we will match the URL, correct, active window, active and current window. So basically earlier we didn't match for URL in the tabs query because we were already matching that part in the web navigation, right? But here we need to match because storage can change due to any reason. Okay, so let's send page message. So tab 0 also have the URL part, so don't need to bother. The same send page message runs for everything. Okay, now let's add a listener to the storage change and pass this function as a callback. Okay, so whenever storage will get changed, so this function storage changer will get executed. I hope you guys are getting this. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Now let's go to our content script, which is folktube main.js. Now we are on the content script folktube main.js. So let's add all the listeners to messages sent by the background scripts. Okay, so runtime chrome.runtime on message, we will add listener. Okay, so which will have like 3 parameters as already told to you: request, then sender, then send response. Okay, now we can have, so basically it will get the state first of all. So let's get the state from the local storage. So chrome.storage. Like what is the current, so whenever a message will come from the background script, first of all we will get the state from the local storage and then carry on. So as getting the local storage is also a asynchronous call, so we are passing everything as a callback function after we get the value of the YouTube state from local storage. So let's const state equals to result.youtube state. So if request.action is equals to main page, so we had three actions, that is main page, video page and others. So if request action is equals to main page, then what will we do? So we will first of all check whether already div, so whatever div we will be creating to display other images and hide the previous section, so we want to test whether they exist or not. So document.get element by id big image, so what the image that you saw on the front page, that we have given id as big image. Now another the side image that you saw on video page, that was short image. So if both, like first of all, if the element 2 exists, then we want to hide that element. Okay, now if state is equals to 1 or 2, so we are showing the big image only when the state is normal or focused. State is super focused. So if state is equals to 1, that is normal, or 2, that is focused, we want to hide that big image. So what we are doing, if pre-div, which is big image div, exists, then we will hide that. And also we will, so contents, remember the contents element that contains all the YouTube suggestions on the home page. So we will be setting its style as flex. Okay, and then we will send back response to the background page that yes, we have executed everything and the main page is over. Okay, and it is not in super focus mode. So now if the state is 3, that is super focus mode, so what will we do? So we will continue the process as, so first of all let's make, so we will hide the home page. Okay, so I am taking this parameter, so this is jQuery call. So here I am showing you how to make jQuery. So along with the id, that is contents, I am taking the class that I want to hide. Okay, so contents and the class which is YTD rich grid renderer, and I want to hide that, so it will get hidden. Then if the pre-div exists and it is in hidden, it can be in hidden mode earlier because some pages has hide that already, then we just want to set its display back to flex and send back response that hey, main page div pre-div exists and we are executing that. Otherwise, if the div has not been created yet, then what will we do? We will create that div, okay, and inject it into the body of the main page. So let's create a div. So document.create element and we will pass div. So let's give id as big image, then we will give style dot position. Let's assume position to be absolute. Then we can pass div dot style dot min height or min width. Okay, so we will pass, like suppose we are passing min height as 300 pixel now. Then we will pass div dot style dot display, min width, that should be equal to, I think 200 pixel will be enough. Okay, now we will be using div dot style dot margin top, we can set it to like 200 pixels. So you can play with all the styles that we are using, and according to your desktop you can set it. Okay, so how your monitor like how it looks on your screen, you can set it accordingly. Okay, so content should be in center. So what will be inside div? So inside div we will be having an image of that Mr. Robot. So we are adding that image source. So I already have that URL, so I am just copy pasting it. Okay, now we can just add that or inject that element into the body. So we are just adding that element into the body of the div, and let's send the response that hey, main page div has been created. Okay, so this was all for main page. Now we will be adding condition if the request action is equals to others. Like, so in others, what will we do? We will hide all the components that we have created and restore the YouTube back to its original state, irrespective of what state it is in. So we are only hiding on, remember, video page and main page. So we will reset the state of all the divs that we have created. So if big image is there, then we will set it display to none. Similarly, if the small image is there or short image is there, then we will also set its display to none. So we are using the same condition for both the elements. Okay, so I think that's all for, and we will send back the response that okay, others div has been executed. Now we will have the condition for a video page. Okay, so we can execute that part. So first of all, if the element exists, that is, you can say big image. Okay, so big image should get hidden when the video page comes, otherwise we will be showing that big image on the video page and no video will be shown. So first of all, hide that big image. Okay, now if state is equals to 3, that is super focused mode, we will hide the comment section. Okay, so let's get the element, document.get element. Okay, and we will make its display none. Okay, otherwise, so it can be like someone has already hide that comment section. So we will again reset the state of the comment section. If the state is not 3, that is not super focused. Okay, so only in case of super focused mode we will be not showing the comment section. Now we will get the element 2, that is short image. If the state is equals to 1 and element 2 exists, then we will hide that, because we are not showing anything, like we are not hiding anything in the normal state. Okay, and then you can say like document dot get element by ID and related. So if the related, so you know the site suggestions is, all the elements in the site suggestion are contained in the div called related. So we will restore its state. Okay, so we are just adding and we will send back the response. Otherwise, what will we do? We will get the element related. Okay, and hide that element. Okay, because if the state is maybe, so it says that either the state is 2 or 3, means focused or super focused. In both the cases we are hiding the site suggestions. That's why we will be hiding related part. And if the element 2 exists, because in the both the states we are showing that short image in the site suggestion, so if the element exists, then, so if the element don't exist, what will we do? We will create the element. Otherwise we will just make it display or restore its display. So let's create the div, because if not element 2, let div equals to create element div div.id equals to short image, div.style.position equals to relative, okay, and div.style margin top, you can choose any like 20%, or maybe you can choose 30% according to your need. Then div.style.margin, or you can say margin left maybe, okay, so margin left, and you can give 10%, okay. Now what will you do? You will add inner HTML. So similarly like before, we will be having an image, okay, so let's copy that here, okay. So we will changing the URL of that image because we are using this image, so we will be pasting that image URL, okay. Now what we can do, we can append that. So here we are not appending to, or so here we are not appending to the body. Instead of that, we are appending to the secondary inner, which is the above div of the, because if we append to the body, what will happen if you full screen the video, that image will not get vanished. So that's why we are appending to the secondary inner. You can observe that while inspecting the YouTube page on video, okay. So otherwise we will just make it display as a flex and return the response. Now one more thing, that we want to add the style to the image, that what will be height and width of the image. So let's add that. So let's say height should be 300 pixel and padding should be you can say 30%, I guess, okay. Now let's add functionalities to popup.js. So popup.js will have, you know, if you remember 3 buttons, so we will have all the 3 buttons. So first button was super focus, so whenever on click we will execute this function. So event will be passed as a parameter, we don't need that much, but what will we do, we will set the state, okay. So first of all we will document.get element by id, set the current mode, remember the current mode. So if user has selected current mode super focus, we will set current mode as super focused. So we are passing the value 3 and get current state function will return, we will define in some minute, okay. Now what will we do? So remember super focused, in super focused mode we set state as 3. So here we are setting the state, YouTube state as 3, okay. So this thing will be triggered through store changer in the background, okay. Now let's define get current state. So it will have state as a parameter and we will use switch case. So if the state case 1, so we are returning normal because that will be normal mode. So case 2 will be focus mode and case 3 will be super focus mode, okay. Now the thing is, we want to do it for other buttons also, so let's do it. So first, then second one will be focused, so you can see the IDs and match it here, and current mode will be 2 also, and here normal, YouTube state will be 1, and let's change the current state of everything. Or like first of all we can do that, so when this page gets executed, so first time when we didn't set anything, when we didn't click anything. So the popup.html will get the current YouTube state and set it to the current mode. Okay, so we are getting state here and we will set it to current mode. Okay, so let's get the document dot get element by id. Guys, you can use jQuery, that will reduce your code size. I am just for understanding purpose I am using here the default JS. Okay, so you can set the color of the text red and that will be done. And let's reload it. So you can say super focused, normal, and then this. So you can see everything is working fine, right? When you click super focused or focused, so everything is working fine. So that was all the code. Now do try all the variations. Check out Chrome Developer Guide, whose link is also in the description. Also comment the next topic you want me to make video on. Your reviews matters a lot. So see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching.